to Wholesale Hotline, where we cover everything to do with wholesale real estate. I'm Jamil Damji.
I'm Brent Daniels.
And I am Pace Morby.
And together we cover the most important parts of wholesale real estate.
Lead generation.
Conversion of sellers into contracts.
And dispositions. Guys, remember when you're watching this show, do us a favor and squad up in the comments.
Make sure that you are liking and subscribing to the YouTube channels and in the Facebook group Wholesale Hotline.
Most important, we want to know we're doing a great job for you and helping you build your business. So go give us a review on iTunes and or Spotify.
So squad up and enjoy the show!
What up? Dude, you guys realize we're almost on episode 100?
It's 99.
Wholesale Hotline number 99. The
This
top 5 list to pull.
This is our Wayne Gretzky episode.
This is it, baby. Wayne Gretzky. That is it. 99 times. 99.
99 weeks.
This is incredible. Guys, I remember, listen, you know, this show is really important. This is make or break. Make or break on lead generation, which, you know, I'm excited to talk about. I am Brent Daniels, Mr. TTP.
My name is Jamil Damji.
Sexy Jamil TMG.
And I'm Pace Morby, and we have 99 problems, but pulling a list ain't one.
Ain't one. That's right. He had that locked and loaded.
He did.
He had that locked and loaded.
Pace has jokes.
All right.
But I want to also introduce the special guest we have.
Yep.
Camera.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd move. Look at this.
Hey.
We've got a live studio audience today. Over there in the green is Taylor. Taylor, wave. Taylor won our secret agent challenge, and she was flown all the way from San Francisco, California, the home of the smash and grab. And she is here. She spent the entire day today along with Janelle and Don and some other special folks that are part of the Astro Flipping community.
Mm-hmm.
And we just dove into some processes at Keegley, and that was fun. And we're going to continue with the learning here. Now, I just want to share with you guys how I met Janelle and Don. Let's go back to the camera. Janelle, wave. There's Don there. So I was in Los Angeles, and I was at a function that they were at. They heard I was going to be there, and they brought chicken wings.
Awesome.
Specifically
got it.
for me.
Mm-hmm.
And that them bringing me chicken wings got them a seat at the table. So, guys,
like you're too far over
if
there.
you ever
There you go.
want to hang out with me, you know how to do it.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
That's it. Listen, guys, lists. This let me start with some experience here. So in 2012 and 13, with no budget, I decided I was going to start door knocking every single property, every single house in an area here called Arcadia, and that's in Phoenix, and it's a real popular area, great school district.
It's where the rich people live. It's where Brent and Jamil live.
Well, it's more Jamil, but yeah. And no, it's a beautiful area, and it's an older area, and it was on a lot of these properties were built on good size lots.
Yeah.
And so I thought there was a ton of potential there to go out there and try to find opportunities for investor clients, because I went as a real estate agent to go out there and try to find deals for my investor clients. So I would literally, me and Dustin Monger and 2 or 3 other people on our real estate team would go out every single morning from 9 to noon and go door knock.
Right.
Knock on doors, say we've got buyers interested in this neighborhood, would they consider an offer? And we'd go and we go and we go and we go, and 15,000 doors we knocked, okay, over the course of a year, and did 4 deals. Okay. Now, this is what's important about this episode right now. That's what makes this so impactful right now, is if we just focused on the ugly properties, if we just focused on the properties that we knew needed some renovation, we knew that the valuation on these properties was much lower because they needed a lot more love and a lot more upgrades. if we would have focused on just that, what we call the six, not even what we call, what is statistically the 6 to 10% of properties that are in distress at all times throughout the country, if I would have just focused on that, it would have been a much cleaner, much better effort. I mean, return on our effort.
I want to ask a question about the 15,000 and then the 4. So obviously the 15,000 was complete, random. You were basically knocking every door.
Yep.
But the 4 that turned into deals.
Yep.
Were there any characteristics that were similar in all 4 that we can now take and say, by focusing on the things that we saw in the 4 houses, we can get a little bit more specific about what we're looking for?
2 tired landlords, 2 vacant properties. That was it. 2 landlords, 2
but
vacant.
You can't find a list of just landlords, can you?
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. We're going to get to that. We're going to bring on the incredible Michelle with Batch Leads to talk about some interesting things. I know a lot of people have a lot of questions about what's going on with the prop stream and the Batch Leads and where to pull lists and how to find the most distressed property owner. So we're definitely going to get to that. But when I was out there, the vacant properties, I went and talked to the neighbors, and the neighbors gave me the information. The neighbors wanted that property sold. That is the most important thing. When you go out into the field and the neighbors are like high-fiving you and texting you and wondering what's going on because they need somebody to do something with this property that they've been staring at, if there's properties in your neighborhood, you're like, oh my gosh, will somebody just do something amazing with this property? That's exactly what we did. It was a unbelievably strong emotion that I felt being able to turn that over to a cash buyer, Derek Jarr at the time. He did an incredible remodel, and all of a sudden it was the highest sale in the neighborhood.
Beautiful.
And then highest sale, and then highest sale, and then highest sale. So just incredible what happens when we go after the truly distressed properties in the neighborhood. It not only takes the weight off of the shoulders of that property owner, but also the neighbors that are, concerned that people will break into it or hang out in there, or they'll burn it down, or there's going to be something crazy going on there.
Interesting, because I know Pace did amazing challenge earlier in the year or last year, the Driving for Dollars challenge, and incredible number of people turned out for that and started door knocking as a result.
Yep.
And I wonder if they are or have taken the hack that you just described of when you're knocking on the obviously distressed property's door and nobody answers. Did you knock on the neighbor?
Right. Yeah, that is key. And listen, we didn't have batch driven at the time. We didn't have something that gave you all of, literally was Pokemon Go, where you just go and you're
the
just
house. What about skip tracing the neighbor?
You couldn't. You had to get the phone number from the neighbors.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, let me lead into Michelle.
Yep.
Because I love Michelle probably more than both of you guys.
That's a lie.
All right, so we're going to bring on Michelle. I want to preface a couple of things because we're going to be doing something really cool tonight. All right, you guys see this comment on the screen right now. It says, "Thanks for the $5,000 list. I already called 187 of them." Here's the context. Last night, I started, beginning of the year, I started over Sunday service from a very basic standpoint of what is creative finance, what is sub 2, what is seller finance, right? Every show has a different topic. Last night's show was, where do sub 2 deals come from? And what we did is we pulled, and I spent $5,000 last night on pulling foreclosures, expired listings, canceled listings, high equity, and a couple of other things where we get the most sub 2 deals from. And what I did, pay attention to this, audience of Wholesale Hotline. This is what we're going to do tonight. Okay. Michelle, I know you're in the backstage, so you're listening. Please log into my account. She has that ability, guys. Please log into my account. We're going to spend some money today. And what I want to do, this is what I did with that $5,000 list. I gave it to my sub 2 students to entice non-students to work with them on that list. Okay. And what you'll see right here is everybody saying thank you for the list. We got a really good comment right here. Right here. Claudio says, "Pace, thank you so much for the list. My team is going to tear that up and convert creative deals wherever possible. And my goal is to assign them to sub 2 students for their primary homes." Cool.
Awesome.
So this is what we're doing, guys. We're going to collaborate today. And what Brent, Jamil, and myself are going to do, we're going to spend some of our money on these lists. We're going to pull 5 lists, and we want the chat to blow up of where we want to pull these lists. Okay. Last night, this is what's cool. I went back and counted how there's like a, our bot, not our bot, but like after the show ends, it shows how many comments. There were over 10,000 comments on Sunday service last night because we were having people vote on the location of where we were pulling the list. 600 plus people showed up to that live, and everybody made it was just hacking like crazy. So we're going to be doing that today. Once Michelle comes in from Batch Leads, we're going to take a vote on where are we pulling these lists, because we're not going to just talk about what are the lists. We're going to choose one area and actually pull those lists, skip trace those lists, spend the money, upload them to a Google Drive, and give them to you guys so you guys can collaborate and work with each other, because that's what Wholesale Hotline is all about, is squatting the F up.
Love it.
All right. So Michelle from Batch Leads, you are so freaking amazing. We are so happy to have you in here. Say hello to our audience.
Hey.
Hi there. How are you? Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. We can see you great.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. I'm doing good. I'm so excited to be here. It's good to see you guys.
Thank you so much. So we're going to ask you a couple of questions about lists and the top list that we should pull. But here's what I want to do. I want you to log into my Batch Leads account, because I think I have like $40 in there. And let's preload that bad boy with $1,000.
All right.
And then I'm going to ask you to share the screen in a couple of minutes. But Brent, as she's loading her Batch Leads account for us to spend $1,000, we might even spend like $2,500. Load, you know what, Michelle? Load $2,500 on that list.
All right.
Okay. Load $2,500 on my Batch Leads account. I might go broke. My wife might yell at me for not being able to make the mortgage payment, but we're going to spend $2,500 today. All right.
All right.
Load it in there. And what we're going to do is, Brent, I need you, because I feel like you're the list master.
Yep.
What are the top 5 lists that I should be pulling as a brand new wholesaler in this space?
Well, if we're going to pull them, it's different than going out and putting it together through Driving for Dollars, right? Okay. Everybody starting out has to build up their Driving for Dollars list. It is literally guaranteed that those property owners are in distress. So when you're having a conversation with somebody that's on your Driving for Dollars list, you know that there's something going on there. You know at some point they're going to have to sell it to a cash buyer, or they're going to have to come in with a lot of capital, a lot of money to go and renovate these properties, which most of the time they don't have, or they probably already would have done that. So first off the bat, not being able to pull it with Michelle here, you got to go out there and you got to build your Driving for Dollars list. Batch driven makes it super easy, right? Now, Michelle, what is the collaboration between batch driven and Batch Leads? Is there any, are they holding hands at all? Is it easy to transfer those? What does that look like?
Yeah, so as of now, they don't integrate or you can't send information right now, but you can always export information
and put it in.
Yeah, and put it in. I know that is a very highly suggested feature, so I'm not going to rule it out that it'll never be that way, but for right now, you can just export.
Tell Jesse Burrell that is priority number 1.
If we give Jesse Burrell's phone number on Wholesale Hotline, would you guys all text Jesse?
Oh my gosh, dude, I'm serious. Should we do that right now?
And would you all text Jesse and say, we want Batch driven and Batch Leads to kissy?
I freaking love that.
Just DM. You guys are nasty. You guys are just nasty.
On Instagram.
His head will explode. His head will explode.
Oh my God.
Michelle, you're going to get Michelle in trouble here. All right. So anyway, number 1, Driving for Dollars. Number 2, you got to get your tired landlord.
Well, why is that number 1? Is it because it's most cost effective? Does it help you get down into your local geographical area and you get to know the streets? Why is that such a good list to start out with?
Here's why I love this list when you're starting to build momentum. It is scary when you start this business and you have conversations for the first time with property owners. If you've never talked to a property owner, if you've never asked them if they consider an offer, if you've never pulled out, what repairs need to be made to these properties, I want it to be as easy as possible to have a good conversation. And if the property's already destroyed, you can start asking about the condition of the property. It lowers their force field, that mental, emotional force field that they have around themselves, because you're a stranger. They don't know you. And so that allows you to have a better conversation, which means it increases your confidence and it gives you a good shot at getting that deal, as long as their timeline and their price is right.
Love it.
So that's why I like that pace. It's not that it's like, oh, you'll only get these addresses on a Driving for Dollars list. No, they're sprinkled throughout all the other lists that we're going to talk about tonight. But it's a great way to build up your momentum and build up your confidence and build up your mindset so that you can get better at having good quality conversations with distressed property owners.
Love it. Right? Are you guys seeing these comments? I'm seeing a lot of Orlando tonight, guys. A lot of Orlando. Utah. I haven't pulled a list in Utah for a long time. We don't market there, although we love it there. A couple of Utahs.
Dope. We were just there.
Couple of Utahs. Okay, San Antonio, Texas, Orlando. Guys, fill up the chat. Do us a favor also. Sunday service had 600 plus viewers. Today we have 500 on Wholesale Hotline. Usually we get up pretty high about halfway through the show. Mm-hmm. So I think we're going to beat Sunday service's numbers. But we want you to guys do, either take a screenshot, put it on Instagram stories, or take the link of YouTube and share it on Facebook groups and go, these idiots are going to give out Jesse Burrell's cell phone number and spend $2,500. All right, do us a favor. So what are besides driving for deals,
right?
We're going to have Michelle actually pull these lists, but I want to pull these lists in one market. So guys, fill up the side chat. I'm watching. So as Brent is talking about these lists, I'm going to be keeping a visual tally. I might end up making the wrong decision, but
we got a lot of Georgia.
I'm going to be watching this. Jamil's going to be watching this. I'm going to be throwing stuff up on the screen. We're going to choose a city, and then we're going to actually have Michelle pull the list. So Brent, what is, besides driving for deals, what's the next area?
Tired landlords.
Yes.
Tired landlords. Somebody that has owned the property for at least 7 years. These are older properties. I like them built before 1990. I want them to have some rust, some wear and tear, some, kind of rough edges on them. Mm-hmm. And I like to make sure that they're under a certain price point. I want to see where, depending on where we're at, we can pull up easily what the median home sale price is. And I like staying underneath the median sale price in the beginning.
Love it.
If you want to adventure above that, you certainly can. But in the beginning, I love staying underneath the median sale price. All right. Cause that's the bread and butter. That's where a lot of the buyers are going to really be pumped if you send out those deals. All right. Next is pre-foreclosure. Pace, you want to elaborate on that? Elaborate on what you can do with pre-foreclosures?
Yeah. Tiffany Mink making a funny comment. Tiffany, I don't own batch leads. You will see in my account today that I actually will spend the money. You'll see the receipt in the account. I don't own batch leads. Never have, never will. I've tried to, but they won't let me in the door. I do not own the company. I'm spending my own personal money on batch leads for you guys. So we can
and
be
that's
all
why
salty
Jesse
about
Burrell's
it.
phone number is
right. We can make jokes, or we can just get the value. Guys, do us a favor. Don't tell us the state. Okay. Don't say Michigan.
Get specific.
Get us a city, guys. Get us a city that you guys want to collaborate on. We want cities, because we're not going to pull the whole state. Although last night we did pull the whole state of North Carolina foreclosures because there was only 2,600 in the entire state. So it was a kind of a smaller list. But so tired landlords, Brent, would that mean, how do I find that? Like
non-owner occupied.
Non-owner occupied. Okay,
non-owner occupied, built before 1990, owned at least 7 years, estimated value under the median sale price. That's what I'm looking for. Single family first, but I will open it up to townhouses, condos, and then one of the other lists on this.
My favorite list is still the empty nester list.
Mm-hmm.
That's the homeowners that are over 50 years old, living in houses that are 2,000 square feet or larger. And if you can add on the additional filter of a 2-story house, whoo, it makes my knees hurt.
Why 2
It just
stories?
makes my knee, because it makes my
What
knees hurt
happens
just
when you get
talking about
older?
it. Exactly what I just said. You become limited in your mobility. And so this list, although it's not going to provide you a great result in terms of number of,
It's not huge.
It's not a huge list.
Right.
The specificity of how concentrated that is of a potential move is extremely high. And I've had plenty of astro flipping students just test their luck with texting. You know, if you're limited on budget, of course, we're giving away a list today. But if you're ever limited on budget, this is one of the lists that you can pull using batch, and try your hand at that. It works.
Guys, if you're not using batch leads, use batchleads.io/wholesale hotline. That is our discount code. I think they get Jesse's phone number with that discount code.
That's right.
And I think they get free skip traces, and they get some other discounts as well. I'm not quite sure what they are. But
Axe body spray.
Yeah, batch body spray.
Yeah.
Also, so we've got driving for deals, which we're not going to pull today. That's number 1 list. We've got tired landlords. Can you pull tired landlords, Michelle, or you haven't learned how to do that yet?
Yeah, no, you can. You just have to know what filters to put on there. So
perfect. We'll go through those filters in a couple minutes. The third list is what? Is that Jamil's? Is empty nesters?
The empty nesters.
Well, and the pre-foreclosure space.
Let's do pre-foreclosure empty nesters.
Got distracted.
Okay, so tired landlords, empty nesters, and then we've got, for me personally, for a list that we're going to pull, foreclosures are always hot, hot, hot. Why is that, Brent?
Well, listen, there's a timeline on this, right? First of all, it's a sign of distress that they haven't made payments. And 2, there's a timeline. There's a ticking clock. You know, the sands in the hourglass are slipping through, and so there needs to be a decision made there, or they lose the property. So it's a wonderful microcosm of the right distress events all coming together, and our ability to solve that problem before the foreclosure happens or getting it postponed. So
Jamil, before we move on to the next list, is there a way you could answer this question? I'm not quite sure of your opinion on this. I never see anyone in New York City. Why?
Jay Snow asked, I never see anyone say New York City. Why? Jay, the city itself is a very difficult place to wholesale. Pricing is out of control. The co-ops, they are literally, they control everything in Manhattan. Where you would get better results would be New Jersey, Staten Island, Long Island. And so you don't see people say New York City because it's difficult to wholesale in the city. But in the surrounding areas, it's ripe.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Michelle, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Adam Paw says, hey, is Batch going to have MLS issues like PropStream?
No.
Yes, Jamil took the words right out of my mouth. No, nothing's changing with our data providers. So all of our partnerships, everything, they're the same, and they're going to remain the same. So no issues there with recently sold, failed listings, canceled listings.
That's a big deal.
That's not going away.
We, there's a lot of my students, a lot of our people, even us, we use PropStream for certain things, right? It's kind of like Target and Walmart. They serve 2 different purposes. They're both grocery stores, but you go to one for one thing and one for the other. And there's no reason why I can't use both, because they both benefit me. But one thing that really hurt me was PropStream taking away the MLS data of sold properties. Jamil, can I actually comp a property as a professional fix and flipper without sold data?
No, you can't, because it's a guess. If you're basing your estimations on what a property is worth based on actives, guys, actives are wishes, not comps. Okay. That's a wish. A pending is still a maybe. And you cannot, you have to see when properties, for instance, Pace, we flipped 10 houses on season 1 of Triple Digit Flip. Right. If you look at the 10 properties, the listing price versus what they close, there's discrepancies there. We were retraded, we were renegotiated, things happen. So actives and pendings don't count, guys. They don't count. And oftentimes especially in heated markets where people are listing a little bit higher or they're getting a little bit aggressive with their listing price, they are starting with asking for the moon, and then they come to reality when it comes. So for instance, one of our projects on Edgemont, we had that listed at $899. It closed at $815. If you were using the $899 pending as your comp, and then it closed at $815, $85,000 less, and you bought that property based off that, would you not be disappointed? Would you not feel that you were somewhat misled by that information? That's why, again, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but I think it's irresponsible for people that are in this position that have folks listening to them when they guide and advise people to run their businesses off actives and pendings. It's not responsible, it's incorrect, and they should know better.
So Tori Henderson says, can anyone repeat the coupon code? Here's the coupon code right on the screen. It's batchleads.io/wholesale hotline. And guys, I call this our sushi code. And here's the reason why is we actually get paid for this. We get paid like $5 every time somebody signs up. I've been trying to take Jamil and Brent on a romantic date with this money. So guys, sign up with Wholesale Hotline code and I'll go buy sushi dinner for Jamil and Brent. All right. Batchleads.io/wholesale hotline. It does give you a discount and it gives you a little bit of extra spiffs. Who cares about that? Let's get into the next list. We are on tired landlords, empty nesters, foreclosures. That is 3. What are a couple more, Mr. Brent Daniels?
Oh God, no. Code is squat up.
Yeah, squat up.
Oh, it's squat up.
Oh, code is squat up. Yeah, that's right.
That was...
Here you go. So the last one, vacant properties. Vacant properties. Go after the vacant properties. And you know what? We'll do a little bonus one here as well. How about real estate agents?
Oh my gosh. Real estate agents, in my opinion.
I mean, I know that's not on Michelle's
it's not on
thing,
Michelle's thing.
But as a bonus,
here's what we'll do.
Don't give that list away.
I'm not going to give the list away.
I talked to Billy Bell, my old disposition manager.
Yeah.
He spent a month in Croatia.
Yes.
On a sailboat.
Yep.
Spent a month in Costa Rica on a sailboat. He lives in Encinitas, right? And he does business in Boise, Idaho. And he made over $700,000 last year. Every single deal from agents.
Wow.
Every single deal from real estate agents.
Can't beat it. And no, we won't give the list away, but what we will do is if whoever does get the list today, we'll give copies of the secret agent training that is no longer available. We'll give you guys a copy of that.
What list are you referring to?
The agent's list.
Oh, got it.
Yep.
Jamil and I ponied up and spent $18,000 last year pulling every realtor and getting their cell phone. We had a realtor in one of our masterminds. It's like, there's no way that's a good list. And I was like, here's the list. Look at it. She's like, I have the best anonymity. There's no way I'm on the list. She says, if I'm on the list, you remember this, Jamil? Amy from our secret mastermind. She comes up to me. She goes, that's the best list I've ever seen in my life. How did they have my information?
You know, Amy.
Yeah. Do you scrape them or do you just go to the,
they're scraped like multiple times.
Yeah. Dark web.
We've got so many students like between Jamil and I that are using this list that are just raking in deals. So guys, if you are I'll give it to you, Brent. If you're a sub-2 student, a TTP student, or Astro Flipping student, and you want the nationwide realtor list that cost us $18,000, we will give it away to you if you are an existing student. That's another conversation for another day. We are at tired landlords, empty nesters, foreclosures, vacant properties. Brent, how many vacant properties are in the United States?
According to the 2020 U.S. Census that we all had somebody knock on our doors, whether we avoided them or not, they got a lot of us. And it shows, you can Google it, 12 million single family houses. This does not include multifamily. This does not include townhouses, condos. This does not include commercial properties. This is single family properties, 12 million properties vacant for over a year.
Love it. Now, there was a question a little bit ago from a gentleman that said, what's the purpose of giving these lists out Am I supposed to race to get a hold of these sellers that you guys are going to give the list out? Is that what I'm trying to do? Here's, guys, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to assume this, and Brent will probably have to confirm this.
Gotcha.
We're going to give this list out. It's going to cost a couple $1,000. And when we give it out, 50% of the people won't even take action. Okay, so you don't have that much to worry about. The other 50% of the people will actually squad up with each other. Some of them non-experienced, like literally have never done anything in real estate ever. And the other people that have done deals and deals and deals are going to squad up. They're going to leverage resources. Some people are going to bring time to the table. Some people are going to bring experience to the table, and they're going to leverage each other's relationship to go out and call these sellers. Out of those 50% of people that actually take action, about 10% of those people will take consistent action.
Yeah.
So the answer to your question is, what's the goal of this list? The goal of the list is to be more consistent than anybody else. It's the same thing in any business ever. Any business you've ever been in.
Is there's 598 people on the live right now. Only 59 of them are going to do anything.
Oh yeah, 59.
Cool.
Well, it depends on what market we pick.
Right.
Right. And also, you know, it's let's just hit them with facts. There are more ugly properties than there are people watching this.
Very true.
I mean, that's just the facts.
Very true.
I mean, there's an unlimited. Listen, let me just 12 million vacant properties. That's incredible. That's around the whole entire country. And if you look at, have you ever seen that map where they show population and where they live and where everybody's at? It's like 1/10 of the country. It's like so small where people actually want to live and work and raise families. It's incredible.
It's
America incredible.
Is practically vacant.
Yeah. Yep.
So really, we're going to have a lot of fun. This is funny. Anthony says, I've never heard of this guy. Just randomly started looking at seller finance videos today, then did a bigger pocket search. Halfway through this video, I searched him and he was on a live. Well, here you are, bro. You're going to make $2,500 and you're going to get $2,500 in data because you did a little simple Google search and you were resourceful. So congratulations.
Thanks to this guy.
I challenge anybody to Google seller finance real estate and not find a video of Pace. That would be rare.
We're working on it. We're working on it. We're getting better. So Michelle, I've gotten a lot of compliments in the side chat. Some of them I should not put on the screen, but I'm just going to let everybody, I'm going to let the steam out of the side chats. A lot of people, men and women, are repeatedly saying how beautiful you are, how friendly you are, how personable you are. Thank you so much for being here. We love you.
You're welcome. I love you guys so much too. You guys are my favorite.
Hey, can we get to work and let's pull up my list. Let's do a little screen share. Okay. Pull up my account. I don't care. Show them my account. Let's freaking spend some money. Did you preload my thing or did it bounce?
Now, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Pace. Why, or Michelle, maybe Michelle can answer this. How many addresses can you pull if you just buy batch leads? Can you get none? Do you have to pay 5 cents an address, 10 cents an address? What are we getting charged for here? What is it costing us? I mean, of course. You know what I mean? What is the pricing structure here with batch leads?
Well, first off, I'm going to start here with your guys' promotion. So if you aren't a part of Batch Leads, you can try it 7 days for free with their code. So if you just go to batchleads.io /squad up, you'll get 5,000 free property records in a 7-day free trial.
How many?
So 5,000 free property records.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the good thing there is if I'm worried about the competition on this $2,500 list that we're going to pull, and I'm like having this mindset of like, I'm going to do this by myself, I can easily just go on batchleads.io /squad up. That's our sushi code, guys. Thank you for buying our family sushi. If you use that code, I get 5,000 records for free, but then I'm going to go forward and I'm going to skip trace those and spend a little bit of money to get the actual phone numbers and the data on those property records. Is that correct?
Exactly. Yes. So yeah, they don't come skip traced, but we'll show you how to work with your data and just really figure out, because what I love about Batch Leads is you can pick portions of so you can look at a list and see which ones are the most motivated on that list. So we'll definitely go over that today. But to answer your guys' question, these are your main accounts. So you have your base. This is our most popular account. It's $39 a month. Oh, am I sharing? Can you see it?
No.
No?
I see it here. Let me add it to the
her
stream.
too?
There we
There
are.
we go.
Boom.
Okay. Okay, can you see it?
Yep, I can see it.
Okay, awesome. So, anyways, so these are our main accounts right here. This is our most popular one, the $39 per month package. You're going to get 14-cent skip tracing. You'll never skip trace a property twice in here either, so you get a ton of match savings. I have a
That is
customer
really huge.
yeah,
Really
I have a
huge.
customer that saves $500, $600 each time he skip traces a huge list because he has so much of that data on a different list. You know, maybe it's on pre-foreclosure or a high equity list that he skip traced a couple months ago. So just huge match savings there when you skip trace through
Michelle,
batch leads.
I'm going to stop you.
Yes.
Because I want to jump into the polling of the list. Because I know, here's the thing about batch leads that I know. I know you guys do an onboarding call with your new client, right?
We go through all of it. Yeah.
Guys, if all the people that think Michelle is super beautiful, prove it, call Michelle, do a one-on-one with her. Okay. She will do
If you guys want Michelle's number.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull that up. We should say it's Michelle's number, but really give out Jesse's. That's
there you go. There you go.
And then we'll have like hundreds of people texting Jesse saying, "You're super hot. Will you go on a date with me?" It'd be great.
Hey, he might actually really love that.
Yeah, he probably would. So let's jump into it. We don't need to go through that because I know, and this is one of the biggest compliments I get about batch leads is that people come on your platform and they get that onboarding call and you walk them through their specific business and you cater a plan directly to them. Correct?
Correct. Yes.
Super dope. Brent, real estate agents was not number 5 because we're not going to pull that list. What should be number 5? We've got tired landlords.
Vacants.
We already got vacants. That's 4.
No, we have driving for dollars. We have tired landlords. We got pre-foreclosure.
Okay.
We got empty nesters. We got vacant.
Yep.
Agents.
And agents.
Okay. So, all right. So those are the lists. If you guys want to go get your own agent list, we're not going to pull that list today. That's what we're saying. Correct?
Correct.
That and driving for dollars. Right.
Okay. So we gave them 6 lists. Here's the 6 lists.
That's right.
Okay. List number 1, driving for deals. Use batch driven. Same code, by the way, squad up. Second list, tired landlords. We are going to pull that today. Third list, empty nesters. We are going to pull that today. Third list, I'm sorry, foreclosures. We are going to pull that today. And fourth list are vacants. And the 5th list is agents, which we are not going to pull today. We are going to pull tired landlords, empty nesters, foreclosures, and vacants. And here's what I've seen. Okay. I've seen a lot of Dallas. I've seen a lot of Orlando, and I've seen a lot of Charlotte. Here's what I think we should do. I think we should let the side chat vote Orlando, Dallas, or Charlotte, and we then go focus on one of those 3. We let everybody vote Orlando, Charlotte,
or Dallas.
Orlando. And now people are saying Fort Lauderdale. Guys, one of those 3. If you're going to vote at this point, it's got to be Charlotte, Orlando, or Dallas. Charlotte, Orlando, or Dallas. Make a vote in the side chat. We officially just hit 610 people watching the live. Wow. So thank you so much for being here on Wholesale Hotline. We're about to give you guys $2,500 straight out of Pace's pocket. I'm definitely going to invoice Jamil and Brent for this, though.
And get back to that, Michelle. Get back to, okay, so if you pay $39 or you pay the middle one, how many records do you get a month? How much can you pull out of there a month? And then what is the additional charge for more addresses? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So with these main packages, this is just your data management package. So what's different? So if you're coming over from a different product, a lot of times they just have one price per month, regardless of what features you use. That's not the case with batch leads. So you're only going to pay for what you use. So these are 3 different list packages. Now you can turn these on and off. So let's say I want lists 1 month. I can activate this for $59 and get 10,000 leads this month.
Fantastic.
So it's, from the day so 30 days out. And then you can turn it off if you don't need them the following month. So that's what I really love is it's super customizable. And then we have 119 for 25,000 leads, or 149 for 50,000 leads.
So you're saying for $39 plus $59, if anybody's heartbroken that their city is not selected here, they can still pull 10,000 addresses for essentially $100.
Yep.
Awesome.
$98.
Okay. Got it.
Or you can do the free trial and get 5,000 for free.
And do you guys already have pre-factored in lists that people can just click?
Yep. So yeah, I'll just kind of go to, I know we're voting right now, which is really exciting, but I just went
Somebody said Nova Scotia.
That's hilarious.
Awesome.
So you can search city, state, counties, zip codes. All right. You can draw boundaries too if you want a specific area. So if I wanted kind of Phoenix in the metro area, I could grab that. And we do have pre-factored lists. So I mean, I just grabbed this area, and then we have all of these quick filters for you. So we have expired listings, so properties that have been listed within the last 3 years but haven't sold since. Unknown equity. So usually they've just been owned for so long that the equity isn't recorded. Company owned, absentee owners, inherited, pre-foreclosures, cash buyers. We have an auto filter for tired landlords. Our definition of tired landlords is single family, owned for 10 or more years and built before 1990. Obviously, you can put other filters on there. If you want to make sure it's off market, you want to make sure there's equity in there, you can add that on top of this filter too.
Can you show us how we do that, Michelle? How do you get in there and sort that from a tired landlord that's already pre-made?
Yeah, of course. So what I'm going to do is if I want other filters besides those ones, I'm going to put those on first. So I'm just going to go to filter and let's say equity is important to me. Maybe I want to make sure that they have at least 40% equity. I'll just put 40% as the minimum, and then it'll add that on right there for me. What's another one? Let's see here. Under a certain price point, I know Brent said that earlier. So what do you want the maximum to be? This is the Phoenix market.
Well, if you were to just open up another thing and just Google median home sale price Phoenix,
it's like 440 or something like that right now.
Okay. Perfect. So I'll put that there. So it's just adding that there for me. And then if I want to make sure it's off market, I can go to MLS status, on market, no. And then I'm going to apply those filters first, and you'll watch the tired landlords number will update for me. So it'll say with these criterias, this is how many there's 5,000 tired landlords out of the boundaries that I selected.
Beautiful. And
so I would just slap that on top of it. And here are my tired landlords. So not only are they high equity, under 440,000 off market, but they're also owned for 10 or more years, built before 1990, and single family.
Love it. And those are all absentee owners, correct?
We can put that filter on there too.
Well, that would be the tired landlord. So it's probably already in there, Michelle. But what I'm just trying to walk this through. So these are, when you do that tired landlord, they're going to be pulling the people. When I say absentee owners, for anybody that's unfamiliar with the language, it basically just means that they don't live in the property. So there's two types really. There's absentee and then there's owner occupied. Owner occupied properties, you can get some phenomenal opportunities because not a lot of people want to go into that fist fight. I mean, that's like a 15-round fist fight with owner occupied, because where do they go? What do they do? But there's some phenomenal deals there. But start with the tired landlords because there's less emotional connection typically with those properties. And when you're having conversations with the property owners and they're telling you that their tenant has beat it up, they haven't paid, the forbearance, the moratorium on eviction was going on. So there's a lot of really motivated, tired landlords out there. And this is just Phoenix.
Yeah, this is the area that I selected. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Jay Fox likes to tussle.
All right, so we've got a lot of people voting. Jamil, have you been watching the comments?
Yeah, it's looking like Dallas is edging out right now.
I was just gonna say that it's Dallas. Michelle, how's your data in Dallas?
I haven't heard of any issues, so
Right,
but it's a non-disclosure state.
It's a non-disclosure
it
state.
is.
So
We have multiple data
how are people gonna
providers.
come in a non-disclosure state without
Oh,
MLS
no.
access? Oh wait, you still have it.
What?
We do.
I thought the whole nation got shut down.
No.
What?
What?
Just one company?
Who said that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, guys, give me a second on this. I want to highlight a couple of really good questions. Somebody just said, what do you guys advise I should do? You guys are providing a list in an area that I'm not currently marketing in. Should I focus on that list, or should I just keep focusing on my area? Guys, the reason why we keep giving you the discount code is so that if you choose to focus on your own market, use the discount code, get the free list, do all the things, okay? Really, why are we spending the money? The number one reason why we're spending the money is so that you guys will be encouraged to squad up with each other. That brings up the second thing I want to highlight. Somebody just said, you guys are going to have to outwork me in this area. And while I love that and respect that, is there a mindset shift maybe that needs to happen of, hey, let's work together?
Yes.
Okay, let's work together on this list. This is why we're spending it, is so you guys will be encouraged to work with each other.
Yeah,
so,
we're not trying to create like a Black Friday, deal buster here where you guys trample over each other. This is an opportunity to collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
You get a deal under contract, reach out to a sub 2 student, reach out to a TTP student, reach out to an Astro student, JV on the deal, help it, let somebody else help you dispo. Use this as an opportunity to bless each other. Okay? That's exactly what this is for.
That's right.
Do you know why so many people continually come back to Wholesale Hotline, 99 episodes, one after another, and our audience continues to grow? Is because of this comment right here: collaboration over competition.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've been seeing a young guy, I'm not going to mention his name because I have no hate whatsoever, but I've been seeing a young guy make negative comments about people that are out on YouTube in the wholesale industry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to remind you guys something that Brent Daniels and Tom Kroll taught me a long time ago, is that your vibe will always attract your tribe. And if you have a negative mindset, you're only going to attract negative people. And what we all pride ourselves on in Wholesale Hotline is that we attract amazing people to our community, and we actually repel negative people. And so from time to time, you guys will see people make negative comments about this, that, or the other, or they'll say things about each other in the side comments. Those people never come back. They don't feel comfortable here. The energy, the frequency is off. And so they don't come back. So pride yourself in being part of our Wholesale Hotline community. Collaboration over competition. We are spending the money to encourage you guys to work together. So please do that. And if this is not an area you want to work in, then simply go to Batch Leads and pull your own list. We're giving you guys instruction on how to pull that list today. So Michelle, without further ado, let's pull some freaking lists.
Let's do it. All right. So we are in Dallas. Yeah. So do we want to start with tired landlords in this area?
Let's try tired landlord.
Yep.
Okay.
Sleepy
Perfect.
landlord.
So yeah, we'll just repeat kind of what we did recently in Phoenix. So we'll do off market, and then
Hey, Brent Daniels, I think we got to ring the bell on this one. Alejandro says, did I mention I finally made my first deal 3 days ago? Thanks to all you guys and the value you guys provide. Hats off to you all.
I saw him post earlier something about a bell, so we're gonna.
Yes.
Yeah. There we go. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Listen, Alejandro, absolutely incredible. Keep the momentum going and keep the money that you made. Don't get crazy.
Look at Josh Norris.
Whatever you're doing, stick with it. It's working. All right. Squat it up for a 300,000.
That's it. I'm gonna burn the whole thing.
Hey, Pace, can you put it on us, please? Yeah. There we go.
Bro, shoot the flamethrower right at the camera.
Wow.
Hold on a second.
You guys didn't spend any money on that camera. Shoot the flamethrower at it.
3. Yeah. Yeah. There's only, I don't know, 12 people in this room right now. Congratulations, Josh. Absolutely incredible. Now, listen, now that your brain's broken, just understand there's bigger deals. 300,000 is great. What about $500,000? What about $1 million deal?
Right.
Keep this momentum going. Keep going. Don't just take that $300,000 check and then just retire for the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're going to have to restart this thing up. Like, it's great. Celebrate, have a cigar or a cocktail or go for a run, celebrate it with the people that you love, and it's gone. It's gone. Put it away. Put money away from taxes, put it into an asset, do something incredible. And if you've got a full-time job, now you don't, okay? Because you just replaced your income, all right?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Guys, we've got over 600 people on the live, but we only have about 50 people have hit the like button on our YouTube channel. So guys, take a minute. Please give us a little bit of value.
What's the matter for you?
We're going to spend some money tonight.
And also, guys, remember, as you guys are out and about, we go for an hour and a half. It is literally impossible, even if you watch it from the start to the finish, to remember everything that we've done, everything that we've talked about and written, and have all the notes for it. So make sure you check out the podcast on Spotify and iTunes. We would love to get a review from you. We have 170-ish reviews, right? That's okay, but what did Wholesaling Inc. have? The Wholesaling Inc. has like 2,000.
Yeah.
Right. It's been around a lot longer, but we would love, if you're getting value out of this, please help us get the word out to other people like you. All right.
So Kirsten DeVito, who is a student of multiple people on this screen.
Yep.
A sweetheart out of Florida. She's amazing. I saw her typing in Dallas, and I'm like, what is Kirsten doing in Dallas? Why does she want Dallas? And then she just made this comment. She said, I voted Dallas and it's not even in my market. I wanted to use this list as an opportunity to meet new people and expand. # work together. That's why she is who she is.
That's
we love you, Kirsten. She's amazing. Kirsten is amazing. So let's get back to the list. What do we got? Are you in my account, by the way?
Yes, I am.
Did my money go through?
It did.
Okay.
Card did not get declined. All right. Okay. So estimated value. What do we want to set that for Dallas, Texas? I tried to look it up.
500.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. And then do you want to do 30 or 40% equity?
40%.
Okay.
Let's niche this. Let's niche it down.
Yeah.
Niche it down. Yep. And if you're going to niche it down, I would probably, just to get it real nichey, I would probably put 300,000 for the max.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely do that. So
300,000
right now we have
for the maximum.
Hey,
For the
Michelle, you see that
maximum
thing that says StreamYard is sharing your screen?
Estimated
Press
value.
hide on that.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, perfect.
So that's and by the way, that's what I like tweaking. I like going after the properties that are in that $200,000 to $300,000 range.
Okay.
There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of buyers there. There's just an incredible amount of buyers.
It's a safer place to fix and flip all day long.
Just spike everywhere. So does it?
You like 500?
Well,
we'll leave it at 5.
Is 400 or 500 not the new 300?
It is.
Right.
I'm just when you're starting out, I want to make sure everybody has the biggest pool of buyers.
Let's do 300 because we still have a few other lists to pull here.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
300. All right.
Yep.
And guys, sometimes I play around with that estimated equity. I'll pull one without that, and I'll pull one with it, and I'll test it. Because these, as good as batch leads is, it's still an algorithm in the computer. I don't want to miss out on some opportunities. If everybody's pulling, stuff with equity, I'm going to open that thing up to not putting anything about equity and seeing if I have a different style of discussions with these property owners. They're not as quick to hang up. I'm not selling this property. I don't have any properties to sell. They're a little bit more fresh.
Okay, so what I'm seeing on the screen is I'm seeing a big list. This is 140,000 homes.
Well, okay. So I was just going to reiterate. So what I did first is so we have our own tarred landlord filter, but we're adding our own criterias too. So we're making sure it's off market, under 300,000 and 40% higher equity. So we applied those filters, and then we're going to put the tarred landlord filter on top of it.
Love it. Okay.
So we've got 3,110 properties that match our criteria.
Pull the list.
Let's do it. So
let's pull it and skip trace that bad boy.
Pull it, skip it.
All right. So I'm going to create a new list.
We had a question
call
up
it,
there.
Call it this way. Why don't you call it? Wholesale or Squad Up Dallas.
Okay, that's creative.
Squad
I'll
Up
put
Dallas,
tired
tired
landlord.
landlord. There you
No,
go.
it's fine.
Did you want something funnier?
No, I like it. There was a question though. Somebody asked about earnest deposits and whether or not people can squat up and help each other with EMD. Yes, that's exactly what this is for. So if you got a hot deal and you don't have money for an earnest deposit, first and foremost, make sure it's a hot deal. Okay, don't say it's a hot deal and then when you have the at bat, the person comps it and it's shit. Don't do that. Right? Make sure you've comped it. Make sure it's a real opportunity. And if it's a real opportunity, you can squat up with somebody in the comments that's in your area. Find out, who's working where I'm working. If it's not somebody in the comments here, go to a mentorship. Go to community.
I know Medium Wave Dave would do it.
Right? Medium Wave Dave would do it. Go to a Keegley franchise. If there's a Keegley franchise operating in your market, they will help you. There are so many different places that you can go to get help for an earnest deposit. That should not be stopping you.
Hey, Brent, I like this comment from Medium Wave Dave. Would you address this and maybe amplify this voice a little bit?
Yeah. For your information, to set expectations for everybody working these lists, the money is always in the follow-up. I love it. And you know what? And we talk about, it's 70 or it's 80% of the time it's going to be lead follow-up. It's like 99% of the time. Like sometimes there will be a random time where you call somebody up and they're like, yes, I want to sell my property. I want to get rid of it, whatever, let's make something happen. Come over to the house right now. But for the 99% of the other time, you're going to have to follow up. You're going to have to build a relationship there. You're going to have to pre-qualify those property owners based on 4 things: the condition of the property, their timeline to sell that property, their motivation or what is their problem, and price. You find out those 4 things, you're doing some really good, solid lead follow-up. You're going to spend time, quality time with people most likely to do business with you. If not, it's a crapshoot. You're going to run out to these houses all frantic, all excited, and they're going to not want to sell it for a couple of years or just want you to do an appraisal, or they want full market value or above, or whatever else. So you want to make sure that you are doing your lead follow-up and pre-qualifying. And that's in Pace's wheelhouse in the conversion, really pulling it out and really seeing what's going on with that property owner, seeing if they have multiple offers, seeing if they truly want to get this property off their plate.
Michelle?
Yes.
What are we currently working on right now?
So, I wrote down our list. So we could do pre-foreclosures if you guys would
let's do
like.
foreclosures.
Yeah?
Dallas
Okay.
foreclosures are the best because their timeline is so fast.
Now, in this, Michelle, is there, because I think that this is very, very powerful, and I don't want to put you on the spot too bad here, but I'm going to. Is there a way when you pull these pre-foreclosures and you have the tired landlord to put them to use your beautiful batch lead system to see how many people are on both of those lists?
Yes, there is. Yeah, we've got list stacking in here. Yeah, we can easily stack them together and see if there's any motivated.
It's just easy. No problem.
So easy.
Yeah. No, but this is really important because if you can stack these lists as we're pulling it, we're going to see that there's going to be multiple layers of distress. These are the people that you should be going after first. All right. That should be really the number 1 list, but you got to pull, a few lists to be able to, combine them all together, squish them together and see what pops out the other end. Okay.
So, filters on the back end. Do we want a certain amount of estimated value, equity? Tell me.
No, just go bananas. Yeah, just go for it.
Okay.
What do you think?
It's going to be a small list regardless. So let's pull it.
Okay, so Dallas, Texas, right here. So easy, you guys. You're just going to click this pre-foreclosures tab.
How many are there?
So we have 836.
Oh, yeah. Let's pull that whole list.
So we're just going to select all, add, and then create new list. So we'll do squad up.
Foreclosures.
Yeah, foreclosures. Okay. And we're going to save it.
Cool. Next list would be vacants. This one's going to be a big one.
Yes, it's going to be huge. So what you can do, so again, you can put those filters on the back end if you want estimated value, estimated equity. We can go ahead and do that. Make sure it's off market. So these are just kind of like your basic
do 300 again, Michelle. just to see how big that list is. Do you have a regular button down at the bottom for vacants?
We do.
It's down there 6,500.
Yeah. So now we've niched it down to 2,500.
I think we keep it at 6,500.
Yeah, you can go bananas.
Let's go bananas on it. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to spend all the money. The only thing that you get into their pace is second homes, luxury homes, bigger homes that are showing vacant. So some of that gets a little bit goofy, but you know, you can get. I agree with you. Why don't we do it at 400,000? So it's a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
She loaded my account with $2,500. Now all we've spent basically is like 700.
Got it.
I want to spend some money on these people.
All right, there we go. So we've got 3,000 vacants.
Go to 500,000. Go to 500.
Go to 500. Okay.
Yeah. See, guys,
you can play around with these.
When you only have so much money to spend, this is how you figure out how you spend some money. Let's make this list a little bit bigger.
And we also have a new feature now where you can save your search criteria. So that is a new.
There we go. 500,000.
That's really key, Michelle, because when you start pulling lists over and over and over, you want to know which ones you've pulled, how long ago did you pull those, so you can update
the same stuff. Yep.
Okay, we've got one more. That would be empty nesters. I don't think I've ever pulled that list specifically. I'm sure Cody on my
juicy, Boosie.
All right, hold on, guys. I'm gonna open this up again. Really quick.
Empty nesters is a really good one.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so we have our list is still uploading previously, so I'm just gonna open up a new tab so you can have it in multiple tabs too. Okay, so we're gonna do empty nesters. I've done this one with Jamil.
Don't real quick, Michelle. Will you not gloss over that? What do you mean you can open up different tabs?
Yeah, so you can right click and then open link in new tab. So you can kind of work out of different tabs and have batch leads open in multiple areas.
Why would I do that? Is it because sometimes it's loading and it takes a couple minutes and I want to jump into another tab?
Exactly. So like right now, this is pending this import, so I can't add this list. So I'm just kind of saving this list off to the side right now until I can download it.
Okay.
And then I
opened up. Is that just the server?
It's just downloading it into your properties tab. So it's downloading one list at a time.
Give out Jesse Pearl's phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's doing it as fast as it can. And then if you want to have your inbox in like if you're texting, you can have your inbox in another open tab. So you can kind of hop between the different tabs if you want to do different things in your batch leads account.
Love it.
Yeah. Okay. So Dallas, Texas. Perfect. So Jamil, kind of help me out. So we're going to do square footage, 2,000 square feet or higher, right?
2,000 square feet or higher. Yep.
Interesting. Why is that?
Because it's too big of a house.
Explain an empty nester.
So here's what happens, guys. An empty nester is when you leave mom and dad's house. Okay. You grew up in a house.
Yep.
It had 5 bedrooms in it. You and your siblings all stayed in the house, all nice and toasty.
Yep.
And then you all went to college and left.
All right.
And now it's just mom and dad.
Right.
And the 3 shrines.
Right.
Your bedroom and your 2 siblings' bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Now, as much as mom and dad love you, this is completely terrible for them because they've got to maintain that house.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to clean it. They've got to heat it. They've got to cool it. They got to do all the things. And oftentimes, people in that circumstance or situation don't think about how much space they're wasting until they're having the conversation with someone about how much space they're wasting.
That's it.
And so there's a great opportunity for you to add value to somebody's life here by just stating the obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And stating the obvious, guys, as much as we think things are obvious to people, don't believe that's the case, right? We oftentimes have to say something for it to become real.
Yeah.
And what I've heard Astro students tell me when they pull this list and then they call homeowners about this list. This is the one list that I tell them to pull and do.
I get it. Yeah.
What they hear is they say, gosh, we've been talking about it. We've been thinking about it, but we've never really, what would you offer?
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like ready and ripe to have the conversation. So again, empty nesters, it's mom and dad.
Love it.
The kids have all left. The house is too big. I like
And the house is probably lived in.
Yeah,
They probably didn't renovate it since they've been in there. That's a big pain. A lot of people don't either have the budget or they just don't want to deal with the hassle of all of a sudden I'm going to rip out all the floors and change out all the fixtures and do this while my kids are running around and I got to go to this basketball game and I got to go over here and do this. There's too much going on. So most of the time, this is why we have dated properties.
Absolutely.
Right.
And on top of that, they're usually just homeowners. This is just mom and pop. This is not a landlord or a savvy real estate investor that's trying to maximize their ROI on a house. These are people that are maximizing convenience, not profit, right? And so, guys, these are the types of people we're trying to communicate with about opportunities. So, again, we've got 2,000 square feet or greater. I love anything. I like 4 bedrooms or more.
There you go. Okay.
And if you can add the filter of stairs, Michelle.
2 stories minimum.
Oh, yeah. Let's get those knees. Let's hit those knees. Yeah.
Not on market.
Yep. And I would go, I mean, I wouldn't even filter on price here because I think you can, because it's going to be a small list. It's going to be a small list.
You're looking for age group?
Age, yes. 50 years old or higher.
All right, so we'll do 50, and then you can even do household size. So if you want to make sure that there's maximum 2 people, you can, if you want to. So
let's
we can
not filter too much.
Yeah.
Let's see how they get that.
I agree. Okay, perfect. So just to recap, 2 stories, 4 bedrooms, minimum 2,000 square feet, off market, and then age 50. And that's going to give us that list over here. So we've got 8,000 properties that match that criteria.
Did we put a year built?
Did
you do the year built?
No, but we definitely can. Let's see. And you can even put equity in there too if you want. So let's go to.
Let's do at least 10 years, 7 to 10. What do you like? Do you like 10?
Yeah, 10.
I've been moving to 7.
Ownership.
I used to go 10. I did 7. It's just, it opens it up a little bit.
Let's do 7. Let's make Brent happy.
Well, you wanted a big list.
Do you want 7 years ownership?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And equity? What are we saying?
Let's see what we got first.
Hey, Jamil, pull out your cell phone.
Okay.
Let's comp a deal real quick.
I need it's a duplex. I want the rents.
Oh, got to get the rents, John Stokes. Come on, bro.
Family. So it's probably not.
Probably not. Go back to that.
It's probably not a true duplex.
Do we have
okay.
on?
Claudio says, if you're watching this and you don't make serious bucks from this list by squatting up, I got nothing for you. I hope everyone understands the size of this opportunity. Some people don't, brother, and that's the problem. But I do appreciate you pointing that out, Claudio. Thank you so much.
What's that picture of?
Looked like a cookie.
Yeah, it made me hungry.
Hey, Michelle, when are you guys going to release the list of people that have more than 10 cats?
Always get selected.
That have more than 10 cats.
Yeah, I need that list. I need the cat list.
Oh my gosh.
We need the cat list or the smoker list. That's golden. Because I swear to you, every time I make $50,000 or more, that person has 10 cats.
And smokes.
Oh, yeah.
There's pet
smoker.
owner
There it is.
and smoker right here.
But can we put they got to have at least 2 cats.
Cat. Okay, I'll make a user suggestion for sure.
Please.
Straight from Pace Morby. Cat filter.
Cat. It's not even pet owners, dude. Like I'm telling you, it's not. I'm not running into people who have iguana issues and turtle issues and dog issues that often. It's 95% of the time it's freaking cats.
We even
Am I
have
wrong?
ailments.
Unless you're Jerry Norton, then you have an iguana issue.
Yeah, you do have an iguana issue.
No, yeah, it's definitely cats, Pace. There's something that happens when you buy 2 cats. All of a sudden it turns into 10 cats, and then it turns real bad real quick. There's only so many exotic pets you can buy and feed.
I think what happens is when 2 cats get together, they release a chemical.
Yeah.
And that chemical enters into the human brain.
It does. No, this is real.
Yeah, and it removes,
he's not joking. This is real life.
It removes your capacity to rationalize. And that's what ends up happening. And it's just downhill from there.
Yep.
Is that, bro, you guys got 2 cats.
Yeah, I'm fucking crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, by the way, Pace, at some point, let me know when. Taylor's got a question for us here, so we'll put her on the front screen here. But let's finish this out. I'd love to stack this list and then go to the studio audience for questions.
Oh, that'd be great.
All right. So
how many cats does Taylor have? Is she offended by my cat comment?
No, I actually have one, and he's my screensaver with a tuxedo tie on. So,
oh my gosh, that's
we'll
great.
have to. Can you switch the screen over? There it is. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
I just have one. I'm not at Jamil's
she puts
level
outfits
yet.
on the cats, guys. She's getting there.
It was just for New Year's Eve, guys. Okay, because you know what? Why not?
Dude, my cat is also a screensaver.
Yes.
It's not in a tuxedo, but it's still a cat.
Michelle, what are you doing right now?
I mean, I have children on mine, but, cats. That's
are you spending money?
Yeah.
Not yet.
I stopped liking my kids. I like my cats.
She's logging in my account.
I am. So now I'm going to go and pull the lists that we just did. So I'm going to search. Hold on. It's under lists. Squad up. So here are 3 of the 4 that we've pulled. So I'm just going to grab these and apply that filter. I can already see some of these are on another list within your system.
I love it.
Yeah, you can actually flip this too. So some are on 4 lists in here.
Oh my gosh, that's tasty. Those are deals right there.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on now, baby. Look at that.
So we can, like, if we want to look at this one, we can see where we've put it. So this, pre-foreclosures, tired landlords. So we have a few pre-foreclosures lists in here, but anyways, so it's going to show you where you organize those lists in the past, which is
somebody
really
needs to go
awesome.
drive that house immediately. 1712 Solitude Drive in Dallas. Somebody needs to walk out of your house and walk for dollars, like Jamil got his first deal.
All right,
go over there. It's vacant and in foreclosure,
and it's on Solitude Drive. They're lonely.
They're tired landlord.
Don't worry, James Hudson, one of my TTP family members, just put in a suggested improvement for batch leads for cat ladies. So you're gonna get a customer support ticket there.
A ticket for
there you go,
cat ladies.
All right, here we go. So we're gonna skip trace this first one for 309.
Ingrid, we are paying you to watch.
Yep.
That is a little bit crazy, but that's what happens when you have cats.
Yep.
Pace, did you get a cat yet?
Bro, I can't get a cat.
Oh, you can.
My daughter would spend too much time with the cat. She wouldn't free. She loses her mind that whole dinner. You and I had New Year's
to convince his daughter. Well, it's actually Corbin and I are against Pace. We're gonna get a cat and figure out how to get the cat.
No joke. When
house.
you said Corbin, I forgot that was actually my daughter's name. She's been asking us to call her Sonic at the house lately.
Yes. What did you say?
That's too cute.
What's the question? Want
Shy?
me to pull it up?
Is it Shy?
Yeah,
Shy
Shy
Marie
Marie.
Michelle. Batch skiptracing.com.
Yeah.
Batch skiptracing.com. I saw that you put that a couple times. So batch skiptracing.com. Awesome picture.
Brent, I want you to talk about Super Saturdays for a minute and just talk to people about what you used to do on Saturdays when you were squatting up with people.
Listen, it's not used to the TTP crew. The TTP, in my TTP coaching program, they started to all collaborate, and they're doing Super Saturdays where they make cold calls. They listen to each other, do cold calls in like a Google Hangout, and support each other, give some tips, put some ice on the burns that they get, from here and there, and celebrate the successes. So it's really, really cool. It's basically just getting together and squatting up on a Saturday where you just try to set a minimum standard for how many contacts that you're going to have. Is it, 10, 15, 50? 50 is always exciting because you really have to push your endurance. You have to really push your ability to keep your enthusiasm high after hours of calling. And it's a lot easier when you have a group around doing it the same thing. So when people get leads, they celebrate it, and it's amazing. So it's just, you don't have to go at this business alone.
Right.
That's
You
what
shouldn't.
stops 99%. And I'm going to throw 99% out a lot this show, apparently. But 99% of people stop because nobody else knows this. Nobody else is doing this. Your brother's not doing it. Your cousin's not doing it. Your dad didn't do it. Your teachers didn't teach you. Like there's no community there. There's not an ecosystem there to help you succeed. That's why we have coaching programs. That's why we have this wholesale hotline so people can squad up in the same city and get together or in different cities. I mean, there is so much opportunity to be connected with amazing real estate investors and wholesalers that if you're just quiet, it's going to take you a lot longer in this business.
And here's the thing. Here's what's funny, right? You look at the table that's over here. Okay. Would you guess that these guys are in astro flipping? They spent the whole day at my office. They're not.
They're not.
No. These are just people who made noise and did stuff, took action.
Bro, they're random cat ladies. That's who they are.
Yes, they show that they've
tuxedos on cats.
Say what?
They can put tuxedos on cats, bro.
Yes, but this is it. Like these are just people that are a part of the community.
Yeah.
These are people that are a part of the community that want to squat up, that are taking initiative, that are making noise, they're being loud, they're sending DMs, they're being helpful, they're being thankful, they are doing the thing. Guys, they're doing the thing. And for as much as we hear people criticize industry professionals, influencers and whatnot, I do want to say, reach out to people, ask for help, become a part of people's communities. The worst that can happen is someone can say no.
Yeah. Listen, everything that you want is in somebody else's brain. That's it. Everything you want is in somebody else's brain. That's a great Tim Ferriss quote. And he talks about questions being the pickaxe that gets at those, the things that you want, the questions that you have. It all starts with a question to get to where you want to be. There's somebody that's already there. How'd they do it? Right. And with that, let's throw it over to Taylor for a question here from the studio audience. This is exciting.
Right. Well, my biggest question for both of you is, what is your favorite cat breed? I'm just kidding.
Scottish Fold.
Tiger.
Okay.
Tiger.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiger. Okay.
Am I wrong?
No, they're great cats.
Okay.
Also deadly.
Yeah.
Well, I first just want to say I've been watching this show for months from behind my computer screen. So to just be here in person is blowing my mind. You guys provide so much value to this community. I just want to genuinely thank you.
Yeah.
It really means a lot. But with that said, how much time do we have? We're pulling the lists, obviously, which has been really helpful. But of course, when you start talking to these sellers, you get into these issues that some sellers have really sticky situations. So I want to know, what has been one of the most challenging deals that you've had? How did you get through it? And what were the biggest learning lessons that you had?
Love it.
Love that.
Inherited always. When a property gets inherited by somebody and they don't have the right paperwork and the family wants a piece, or it gets inherited by several people, and it's a really rough property, and there's always the one person that thinks that they're going to fix it up and sell that deal, but they have no experience, they have no budget, they have nothing. So when you have multiple sellers on a deal, it gets that much harder. Yeah, it's always that.
For me, that's a great answer. And I'm going to say that, yes, when you're going seller direct, that is 1000% going to be probably the most stickiest situation. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a different answer here. For me, the hardest deal that I got in was one where I got in my own way. And this was a land deal, 4 acres of land that I bought in Arcadia here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yep.
And I had
the street from Jesse's house.
Yes, in front of Jesse Burrell's house. Address is 37. It was 4 acres of land across the street from Jesse Burrell's house.
Yep.
I had a wholesale buyer. I could have wholesaled the deal for $100,000 assignment fee. Bam. But instead of taking the $100,000 profit, what I did is I got in my own way and I decided that I wanted to develop the land myself.
Yeah.
So I took down $2.6 million worth of land and I paid hard money payments on it for 2 years, and until I sold it to a national home builder, which made me hold it even longer until they did their entitlements. When it was all said and done, what could have been $100,000 profit turned into pennies and stress and headaches. And so
it takes up space.
It does.
We only have a certain amount of space every single day, and you put something like that on, it always creeps in.
1,000%.
Always creeps in.
And here's what I can say happens to wholesalers is you get the opportunity in your hand, you get the contract in your hand, and then greed happens. And then, oh my God, I can sell this myself. Oh my God, I'm not going to tell anybody about this. Oh my God, I might fix and flip this myself. Oh my God, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do this with. Look, guys, when you put yourself in a spot where you're holding a contract and it's a viable contract and you could squat up with somebody and do the deal, do the frickin' deal. Don't get in your way. Don't create things that aren't necessary for you to create right now. Like I'm not a land developer. I'm not extremely talented at doing that, doing that job. I could have made $100,000, and instead of making $100,000, I got in my way and I made like literally pennies on that deal. So for me, that's where I found myself.
That's my whole. That's last year. The theme was get loud. This year is focus.
Focus.
Ugly properties, big checks.
Yep.
Ugly properties, big checks, especially in your first year.
And not knowing my core competencies.
Yep.
Truly.
That's it.
Pacer.
Toughest deal.
Every deal I've ever done is always hairy, right? Because that's what we get paid to do. I would say the hairiest situation I ever dealt with was running into an access lien. Ran into an access lien of $195,000 lien. And we got the house under contract. Okay. That's the thing is we got the house under contract. And in that process, the seller told us multiple times, hey, we've got a couple of liens. I don't think I have a lot of equity. I get it under contract. And we find out after pulling title, oh my gosh, there's a $195,000 lien. And a normal person would have quit and said, this isn't a deal and I'm moving on. But what we did is we talked that lien down to $9,100. And I made $120,000 on that assignment. Here's what I did. Here's how I did it. Access is a it's a government program that helps people that need help with their health, right? It's a government assistant program here in Arizona called Access. It's an acronym. I find the lien, call Access 100 times, no exaggeration, couldn't get a hold of anybody, went down there physically, knocked on the door, nobody in the building, knocked on the door the next day, knocked on the door the next day. Fourth day in a row of knocking on this door, going at different times, seeing if I could find somebody at this building. I knock on the door, and as I'm about to walk away, some little man pops up behind a cubicle. I can see through the glass, and he comes over and he walks up to me, opens the door. He's the janitor. I go, oh my gosh, I need to talk to somebody at Access. Like, how is it that this whole government program doesn't have anybody to talk to? He goes, what do you need? I go, I need to talk down a lien of $195,000 of a lady that's going to lose her home, and we're trying to buy it. And he goes, oh, I can help you with that. I'm like, this is a real story. And I've given everybody this guy's contact information. He's the janitor of the building at nighttime. He moonlights. And during the day, he's the guy who negotiates the liens for Access. And so he's super nice. I meet him in person. He sends an email to the title company. He goes, tell me a number you guys are willing to pay. My title company goes, shoot for the stars, dude. Go for like $9,100. We threw out a random number. They come back and they go, accepted. We closed escrow 3 days later. I made $120,000. And that house, how many cats did we have? So many cats.
Not enough for Taylor. Not enough cats for Taylor.
Guys,
were they wearing tuxedos?
I want to pull up the photos of this house.
That's what she needs.
It's so bad. This is how bad it was. We could not go in the house because it was full of black wood. This lady's she's living in the house. She had backed up plumbing for over 10 years. I have the photo of this if you guys are willing to do this. She pooped her own poop all over the house, everywhere, including her bed. I'm going to pull this up and show it to you guys so you know I'm not lying, and I'm going to screen share this. She was pooping in crock pots and bowls and cups and everything for 10 full years.
Pace, she calls those litter boxes.
Oh my gosh. So there's a Mustang in the garage. Okay. And part of my deal for the buyer, when I sold it to a buyer, I signed the deal. They said, move all the cars out of the house. We don't want the cars there because blah, 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 blah. So I call AAA. And as we're pulling the Mustang out of the garage, it's just like crunch, 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 crunch. And then the Mustang pulls out of the garage. We look down and it's just a bunch of dead cats underneath the freaking Mustang.
Oh my God.
That story took a turn.
I've barely scratched the surface of how bad this was.
Dang.
And this is before I was on TikTok. Otherwise, I would have made a dope TikTok.
There it is. Perfect.
But I made $120,000 on it and I didn't give up. And most people that I hear and see that they give up after the second or third call and they go, oh, that wasn't easy enough, because everybody's used to having a 9-to-5 job where they tell you what to do, when to do it, how to do it. And it just works. But in this business, you have to be super resilient and super resourceful. And I feel like I didn't make enough money on that deal. Other people are like blown away that we made that much money on the deal. So
I'm just glad you told that story during dinner time.
we have 5 more minutes. I'm going to pull up this photo and show it to you.
Having dinner with my hubby, watching the show.
Hey, Michelle, can you share your screen? We can pull this. We can skip trace this list and give it out.
Yeah, of course. So I already started skip tracing, so I'll show you the progress. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
You sure can.
Perfect. Okay, so we've got one more list to go. But to let you, so we've got the tired landlords. That one is done. We had a 92%
We still have
hit rate.
1,400 of Pace's dollars. Let's spend it.
Yep. So yeah, we've spent a little over $1,000 on skip tracing today. We did the foreclosures. We had a 99% hit rate, which is wonderful. You've saved $18, Pace. That's great. Just
amazing.
From skip tracing
Thank
and
you.
batch leads. You're welcome. Let me refresh this really quick. Okay, so yeah, this one's still processing. So we can download these and we can start giving them away.
Can you show the stacked lists?
Yeah, of course. So we'll go to properties. We're going to go filter, and I'm going to say I want to exclusively stack certain lists. So
Yeah.
if we want to exclusively stack the ones that we pulled today, I'm just going to start stacking them in here. See how it's selecting them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so we're going to stack those. And I'm going to tell the system, show me properties that appear in 2 or more of these categories.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to apply the filter. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me try something else. Hold on. Included.
Pace, how will
I did
people
it
get
wrong.
access to these lists?
We're going to put it in the wholesale hotline, or you know what would be better? I think we give it out to our TTP, Astro, and Sub 2 students, and we ask the people who are not students of ours to squad up with our students, right? I can deliver stuff to my students really easy. I can send out one email and everybody gets the list. I know Jamil, you can do the same thing, and I know Brent can do the same thing. So it's an easy way to give the list out to our students who already have training. They have access to additional information. My teams are role-playing. My students are role-playing every single day, practicing with each other. Brent, Daniel, and Jamil's are too. We might as well send it to our students and tell people in the side comments, squad up with our students right now, get their contact information, and they'll give you the list.
Awesome.
Are you guys okay with that?
Go to that one, Michelle. I love looking at this. No, go to that top one that was like on the 5 times.
Yeah, so I told you guys wrong. You want to do included. So included in these 4 and then 2 or more.
So this top one is on every single one of those lists we just pulled.
Yep. And I just flipped the list count here to put the most motivated on top.
Sure.
So I clicked the address. This is the property we're looking at. And then you can view the lists it's on in your system. So this one is on absentee owner. And then it looks like we have 2 pre-foreclosure lists, but they were pulled at different times. No, we've got 3. So this one was from today, and then it looks like we have 2 of the same lists there, which is fine. And then we have it on a vacant list too that we pulled today. So it's on 2 of the and it's absentee owner.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then, yeah, you can just kind of, that's how you list stack. It's super, super simple.
It's got to be harder than that. Did you have like some sort of cheat code or something?
I did not. I just had to kind of. So I told you guys wrong. You want to do included, and then you can say which ones you want to be included in the list stacking. So I selected the 4 we did today, and then just slid the bar up to 2 or more. And there we go. We have about 1,700 properties that appear on 2 or more of the lists that we pulled today.
Awesome.
So to recap, Pace,
yep.
Reach out to an Astro student, a TTB student, or a Sub 2 student, and they will have access to the list?
Yes.
Okay. You guys heard it.
I want to recap for you guys just one more time, just to show you guys something really special, just as a parting gift for everybody.
Oh, man.
Bro, I am not. When I tell you a story, it is never an exaggeration.
Oh, man.
Wait, let's see.
We need to zoom in.
No.
You want more? I'll give you way more. I got way more photos of this house. I got way more photos of this house. You wouldn't even believe how bad this was. This is human feces. This is human feces. This is not cat poop. This is human garbage everywhere.
Gosh.
And what's interesting about these photos is this is how she's been living, and this is after cleanup. You see how this trash line right here? This is a trash line of how bad it was.
Oh, man.
And this right here is like, it's human doo-doo everywhere.
How is she alive?
You could, buckets full of poop, spider webs everywhere. I'm telling you, when people say stuff like wholesalers don't serve a purpose, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, nobody. What was interesting is the neighborhood converged on the house when we were cleaning it out, and they were like, thank goodness you guys are helping. We can smell this 3 houses away.
For real.
Oh, man.
So guys, that's what we do for this in our business is we save people. Like we pulled foreclosure list today. We save people that house came off a foreclosure list. They were losing their house. That is what we do in this business is we stop people from foreclosure. And you know, what's interesting about that one is the seller's name. I don't want to say her name just in case, but the seller had been speaking to multiple other people. And she goes, I don't know if you can help me. I don't know if you can help me. I don't know if you can help me. I'm just letting the house go back to the bank because nobody else was persistent on the lien negotiation. So you win in this business by being persistent and consistent.
Love it.
Love it.
Tomorrow night, special event in Phoenix, Arizona. Pace Morby and I, Brent Daniels can't make it because he has family engagements.
Yes.
But Pace Morby and I, as well as the lovely Taylor from Smash and Gab San Francisco, along with Ryan Zolan, are going to be at El Jefe Tacos at 5 p.m. in Tempe, Arizona. Guys, if you are in AZ or close to AZ, driving distance to AZ, it'll be a great night. Show up.
Michelle, thank you so much for coming on Wholesale Hotline with us. We freaking love you. You are our favorite. Out of all the people at Batch, you are the #1 person that we love. Thank you.
Love you guys. And Jamil, I'll see you tomorrow night. I'll be there.
See you tomorrow night.
And you can always catch Jesse Burrell on his office line. That's 1-800-HOT-BOYS. That's 1-800-HOT-BOYS with a Z. And I want you to ask for Ramon.
Next week's episode, what episode number are we, Brent Daniels?
It's 100.
Ooh, we might even have a special guest
100.
next week. I talked to him today. Good chance that he'll be able to make it.
Awesome.
But, Kelly and his assistant are still finalizing. So check back to our social medias, Pace, Brent, or myself, to see the announcement of who our special guest for episode number 100 could possibly be.
Wow. What a ride. It's been
We are out. Wholesale Hotline. See you next week on episode 100.
Love you guys.
Or just say squat up.
So squat up and enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
So squat up and enjoy the show.
What are you doing?
I didn't say that thing.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
So squat up and enjoy the show.
Cool. I think we should use the one where Jamil doesn't say anything.